Coming from a kid who was genuinely flat broke to someone who's made thousands off the internet, as you can clearly see, it's so crazy that so many people think that you need to have money to make money. You need money to make money. You literally don't. You barely need anything. You don't even need polished marketing skills, believe it or not. You only need your phone, a Wi-Fi connection, and 30 minutes a day. It's so easy. And generating money online autonomously becomes just a normal part of your life. It's so easy that if you haven't even made money online yet, there was just no excuse for it other than you're either extremely lazy, have no idea what you're doing, haven't tried, or all three of them. That said, there are so many more people who are so much lazier than you, but have just taken that one necessary action, just one action, and because of that simple step, they're making so much more than you. That's insane. It's so unbelievably easy nowadays that individual skills and tools are widely considered inefficient. This is by people who are well off, right? Making 10K plus a month. Now, what could that mean? It means that you have a higher chance of success by chilling and spending time with your family, believe it or not, than working tirelessly on your brand every single day. Jalen, how is that even possible? That sounds like a dream. That doesn't sound even realistic at all. You know the term work smarter, not harder? Well, this phrase applies to this situation. You do this by outsourcing the menial tasks to distribute the workload, so you don't have to work as much, right? Essentially giving the workload to others in order to save time and focusing on your attention on the bigger matters. This can be done through the incorporation of tools and systems, right? Bringing the individual skill sets and individual tools and individual systems to create bigger, more mechanical systems. Taking systems that already work by themselves and layering them together in a way that basically compounds. That just multiply together to increase the results. So it pretty much automates entire processes that would have either been impossible or extremely time consuming without. And what I mean by this is, say you have someone to create video ideas for you. Then you have someone to create background clips for your video. Then another person to record voiceovers and create captions. All you need to do is to get a script, give it to the voiceover guy, have someone generate the clips, and put that over the clips to create a full video. Instead of spending all that time editing and recording voiceovers yourself, you can just focus on the different sections of your business that need that attention. Right? But Jalen, this would cost money, would it not? You just said you don't need money to make money, and it's not like someone's going to do it all for free. Well, you're not wrong, but that's not the case if who you're outsourcing to requires no payment, no sleep, and is always able to work. I'm talking about AI, obviously. I don't know if you were able to guess that. And I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to do it and exactly how easy it is. And the crazy part is everyone thinks that it's difficult, so they never even begin. But that's good for people like us who take action because there's no one to compete against. Here's what I mean. But before I go any further, if you already have a pen and a notebook, good job. That's taking initiative. If you haven't already, go grab them now and write everything that you can down. Entrepreneurship requires the ability to take action on your own learning. I won't be telling you what to write down, right? Don't just watch this video to just pass the time, okay? Now think about content. Almost everyone is posting just whenever they get the urge to, but almost no one is structuring what they post. If you want to build something real, something long-term, something that can provide some sort of value to the audience, because that's what matters, whether it be entertainment, information, or humor, you don't have to be the most creative person at all. You don't have to be the most unique at all. You can run faceless pages that just use repurposed clips, that use AI-enhanced voiceovers, that use simple scripts, that you use a made-up story that you don't even have to create yourself. You know all those Reddit videos on Instagram or TikTok when you scroll and you see those obviously fake stories created by AI, all of it. They just post it and make so much money. For example, pick a niche where people actually spend money. And for those of you who don't know what a niche is, it's a category that determines what kind of content that you produce. It's different to an industry, which is like the different business models, right? So what I'm teaching right now is faceless content, but like there's also copywriting, dropshipping, real estate, actual industries, and niches like what kind of thing you're into. So niches don't really change the product that you sell, just the audience that you're selling to. Another thing to note is that multiple industries can be within a single niche. So the highly monetizable niches include productivity, fitness, entrepreneurship, relationships, finance. And once you find a niche that you like the most, just use AI to handle all the work you want to do. Now, like I said before, you can have a clothing brand in the fitness niche, right? But you can also have a faceless channel in the fitness niche. So multiple industries can be within a single niche. Just want to let you know that. Anyway, you can get ChatGPT to create hundreds of content ideas, which then you can choose to create your own scripts off of those content ideas, just like yourself. Or you can get ChatGPT again, so just put the content ideas that you like into ChatGPT and get it to create an entirely new script off whichever idea you like the most. And then you can just write the scripts that you like in any notes app. However, I highly suggest the app Notion, right? Notion, just search it up. It's completely free and offers AI as well to help you out. And you can code in it, which is insane for a free price. It may take a little while to get used to it, but there is no other note-taking app better than Notion at the same price as filling your tires with air, right? It's insane. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you want the perfect prompt that I give to ChatGPT to get it to generate unlimited content ideas in minutes, and let me tell you, minutes, just ask it this. It's not a hard prompt or anything. Just copy and paste it. I run a faceless channel in blah, blah, blah. My content is blah. I'm sure you can read it, but I'll put this in the description, right? Yeah, so you can just copy it directly from the description and just paste it into ChatGPT. Make sure you just get a good read of it. It'll ask you the questions. Just answer those questions to the best of your ability. You will most likely not like all the 40 suggestions that you will get from this prompt that, see, it says, give me 40 content ideas. But you will have enough ideas to create at least 30 pieces of content in one sitting if you just batch it, right? You can then paste whichever script you like into this website called 11 Labs. Now, this website is perfect. It just creates a clean and consistently high quality AI generated voiceover. If you have never heard of it, then I actually don't know how, because it's been a huge thing that most content creators use, and it's very useful. You can just download the audio straight from there, all for free, by the way. It's insane. And put it into CapCut, which you can just use for your free will. And it also gives you the option to use an auto caption feature, right? There's probably other websites out there that give you that feature, but I use CapCut because it's the most convenient, because that's where I edit all of my content in, and that's where you should edit as well. It's really just good. Depending on what niche you are in, captions are an essential part of content, as 80% of users scroll on Instagram with the sound off. I told you at the start to write things that I don't have to tell you to write, but this is something I want you to write. Make sure you write that down. If you're looking for clips to have behind your videos as well, you know, like those, not stock footage, but actual movie clips, there's this website called Clip Cafe, which offers all the movie clips that you could possibly need. If you're just looking for specific lines in a movie, all you have to do is search it up. So if you're looking for the word "I love money," just search that up in the thing, and you'll find like all the movies that have the line "I love money" in it. It's crazy. You can search it up in the search bar, and it will search up really quick, right? You can also post from CapCut when you create a video straight to TikTok. It has like an option that says post to TikTok, and you can post it straight from there. And then afterwards, you can post manually on Instagram if you like. I know some versions of CapCut, I don't know if it's mobile or desktop, allows you to post onto Instagram as well, straight onto it. But I know that all versions of CapCut allow you to do it onto TikTok. Now, if you don't want to post all the content in one sitting, you just want to create content and then schedule it over days, like block off days to create content, then you can schedule videos on specific days so that it posts automatically whenever you want, which is a feature that both TikTok and Instagram have on the mobile app. I'm not too sure, again, about the desktop version, but I just know 100% that it does work on the mobile app. So your brand grows every single day, everywhere, while you just live your life. Now, if you're not sure what any of these tools are, I have a video that'll give you the most helpful resources you need. I'll link that in the description of this video. So just go check it out as well, along with that prompt I gave you before. And basically that video will just help you automate growth on a faceless page for free, like give you all the tools that you need. So just go watch it after this video, right? Now I already gave you some of the best ones before. Anyway, it just goes into deeper levels of this, right? Because there is genuinely levels to this. But in any case, this alone puts you in the top 1% of creators. Why? Because most people are stuck thinking that they need to show their face. They need to be charismatic. They need to be perfect. Or they need to wait until they feel ready. It's stupid. But instead, you're just pressing record, pressing export, and then just repeating that day in and day out. That's incorporation. You don't invent new paths. You just combine the existing ones so the friction disappears. But here's where it starts to get actually interesting, right? And it's where most people go wrong by posting bland content. Once your content is consistent and your pages begin gaining attention, you need to stop caring about views. Now, try and do this as early on as possible. And you want to care about the direction you want to go in. Mainly, that needs to be your focus. That needs to be a focus from the beginning. But once you start getting the views, then that becomes your main focus. You need to start creating content that leads towards a goal. This means you need to start shaping some sort of idea. So what common belief do you disagree with? Why does your perspective matter? What problem do you help solve without your audience realizing it yet? This is where you start to position your audience, right? Now, this isn't compulsory and you can build faces channels completely fine without it. But it is definitely good to know, and it definitely helps on what your vision is for the brand. And that part is essential, right? It definitely helps, but it isn't essential to create a faceless page. Now, for example, if your content is about entrepreneurship, your base level content could be something like, here's how to make money fast, right? Simple, easy, base level, top of funnel type of content. But if you want to have a deeper angle, it might be, business isn't about starting something new and reinventing the wheel. It's about structuring something efficient by implementing a series of tools and systems to fully automate processes. Pretty much an essential part of this video, right? I just took it from that. That idea becomes the backbone of your brand. And then suddenly your content isn't just content anymore. It's a view that people see and then buy into. And that creates a new perception on you, which is brought out every time someone sees you, right? So if that video is valuable, you're just going to gain trust. That's going to get brought out every time someone sees your face. And from here out, every single video just elevates your authority without needing to say, I'm an expert. Your tone and your clarity and your consistency all prove it. And that will lead to like follow, engagement, and re-engagement. It's just the best possible way to do it. And all of these go hand in hand and together into creating the authority that you need. If you consistently post highly educational videos that provide extreme value or maybe a different perspective to everyone watching, then authority is immediately something you gain without needing to bar credentials or demand respect. That is essential to understand. And the result of that is you become the person that people trust. And this is essential for when they're trying to move forward with some sort of purchase. And trust is what turns attention into income without having to actually hard sell, trying to get people to buy it. So I'm going to finish with this. No, you do not need money to make money. It helps, but you do not need it. It's about using systems and tools that already work, already free, and just using them better. Removing the friction that stops most people, right? That's what we were talking about before, removing the friction. And building on an idea that people want to align with. You want some sort of audience. You don't want an audience with one person if you're trying to sell a product. That's just not going to work. And the only difficult part of this is to accept how not difficult it actually is. And when you actually accept that, you will find what you were looking for. All right, stay blessed. If you want to find out more on this, just follow me on my Instagram. Watch all my YouTube videos. I know a lot of them have been fully packed with information. So definitely just go check them out. I'll see you in the next one, which will be in a couple of days. Let's go.